They called him George Parrott, but out on the plains, everyone knew him as Big Nose George. Not for his deeds at first, but for the size of the nose that seemed to lead him into trouble. And trouble, in the 1870s West, had a way of finding men like him. Parrott drifted from saloon to saloon across Wyoming and Montana, chasing cards, whiskey, and the next easy score. By the time the railroads carved their way through the frontier, he traded labor for larceny, turning outlaw when he joined a gang that specialized in robbing trains and stagecoaches. But greed, like the mountains, has a way of exposing every flaw. In 1878, George and his crew tried to derail a Union Pacific train near Medicine Bow, hoping to snatch a fortune. The plan failed, and worse, 2 lawmen who hunted them down ended up dead. From that moment, Big Nose George was a wanted man, with a price on his head and posters nailed across the territory. He ran for 2 long years, hiding in canyons, sleeping under stars, always one step ahead of the law, until his luck finally gave out. Captured in Miles City, Montana, he was hauled back to Wyoming, tried, and sentenced to hang. But George wasn't the kind to wait for justice. He tried to break out, sawing at his shackles with a pocket knife. When the townsfolk found out, they stormed the jail and lynched him right there on the street. That should have been the end of Big Nose George. But in the strangest twist of all, his story didn't stop with death. 2 local doctors, fascinated by criminal behavior, decided to study his skull. They made a death mask, dissected his brain, and, in a grim piece of frontier curiosity, tanned his skin. From it, they fashioned a pair of shoes and a medical bag, both later discovered in the office of Dr. Thomas McKee, who, in an eerie turn of fate, would become Wyoming's governor. Those shoes still exist, relics of a man whose life was chaos and whose legacy turned macabre. Big Nose George wanted to make his mark on the West. He did, just not the way he expected.